Yo, what's up, everybody? Professor V here, and this was the end of the 6th week of the fall 2017 semester. These are my final thoughts. So, another week has gone by in the fall 2017 semester. Week number 6 is long gone behind us, and this semester is going really fast. So, some final thoughts for the week. Workshops in my cognitive psych class. When I first designed them, I hoped to be able to get through all the material. I know sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, and I actually kind of designed it to where I make sure that I will have enough things for y'all to do in class throughout the duration of the class period. So there are going to be some times in which we don't get to it because I planned extra stuff. In my abnormal psych class, it was test day this past Tuesday, and don't worry, I took notice of some of the things that went on during the class, such as the moaning and the groaning. It's test day, you know. I remember when I was a student, I didn't like test day either, but that's how those are the tools in which we use to assess. The test was difficult. All my tests are difficult, and they have to be to protect the integrity of the psychology degree as well as the class itself. I will make adjustments to the course. Every time I teach the class for the first time, I always make adjustments during the semester. But even in classes that I have taught over and over again, such as biopsych and intro, I make adjustments as I go along. And each class or each semester, there's something different, something that's better, a better quality product from me. Some of y'all were inquiring about review sheets if they will be available for test 2. I can't say yes right now, but I'm not going to say no right now because again, I got to finish grading and make adjustments accordingly. I'm not ruling them out at all. Another thing that caused some discussion in class was extra credit. And these are my thoughts on extra credit, and I know I'm probably going to get some thumbs down or some dislikes for what I'm about to say, but extra credit is just that. It's extra. It puts more work on myself, and I have to apply the extra credit to wherever it needs to go. So again, it's more work on me because while there's only one person doing the extra credit on your end, on my end, it's 35 extra credit opportunities that I have to grade or apply, if not both. And so when I hear complaining about extra credit, I honestly start thinking, why should I even offer the extra credit? It's not required. I don't have to do it. But I know because I was a student once that I enjoyed it because it gave me a little cushion just in case I messed up. And that's how you're supposed to use extra credit. Not to catch up, but for something to like a safety net. And I know from my first time ever teaching up until now, I know that I have given less extra credit over the course of my teaching career because of just simple complaints. I don't want to hear them. And again, it's just more work for me. So when I hear complaining about extra credit, there's no point to complaining. Okay? If you want the extra credit, complete it. If you don't want it, don't complete it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Okay? And honestly, you're not going to hurt your grade by not doing it because it's not for a grade, it's for extra credit. Another thing that came up in class was the little fun things that I do in my videos and my lectures when I get slightly off topic or joke around. And one of my students said maybe I should spin it and apply it to the course material. And I thought that was a wonderful idea. And I don't even know why I didn't think about it until then. And so I said I was going to do that the next time. And I am. But I'm also not going to cut out my random moments or my weird moments in my video lectures because I realized something. Okay. Well, I realized something a long time ago that teaching to me is not just a job, but it's a form of artwork to me. And I enjoy it. That's how much I enjoy it because it's not just a job, it's a form of art to me. Y'all know that I am very open about my personality, and those little quirks and those little random moments is part of me. It is my personality. And not only that, but videography and those videos that I do put out is not only just because it's a lecture, it's also another form of artwork to me. And that's part of the art form that I go for. So while I will turn some of these extra moments back into the lecture, sometimes I'm just not going to, and they're just going to be there just for fun. And they never really last that long. They're like a second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds tops. And over the course of a 30-minute, 45-minute, maybe even hour video, that's not really that long. Which brings me to another point. The length of the videos is something that I had complaints about. And you know what? There's nothing I can do about it because I need to be able to cover the material that is in the book. I need to be able to cover the information that is in the text thoroughly so that you know it for the exam. So no, I'm not going to cut down on the time. Now I'll make them as short as possible, yes. Adding in my little quirky moments, of course. But other than that, no, I'm not going to make them shorter. Not only that, but again, on average, they're about 45 minutes on average. In a traditional classroom, you go over a chapter in 2 class periods, maybe 3 per chapter. Each class is an hour and 15 minutes. That's 2 hours and 30 minutes for one chapter. The videos, 45 minutes. I'm actually cutting down on lecture time by doing these videos, not adding to it. That's the way I see it. And that's the way it's going to continue. One last thing. So, in a previous Final Thought video, I said that one of the sports that I follow is football. What's going on in the NFL today? The kneeling during the National Anthem and the protests that are going on against Donald Trump, as well as racial discrimination. As a man that wore the uniform of a soldier, I was in the Army for 6 years, and I was proud to wear that uniform. Now, which I was never deployed, this is the way I see it. I was willing to fight for your right to either stand or kneel or sit. I was willing to fight for your freedom of speech. So, while I'm not going to give you a long personal view on the National Anthem controversy, but I am going to tell you what I would do if I was an NFL player, which would be kicker, if anything. The National Anthem comes on, I will proudly stand up, put my hand over my heart, and pay tribute to the National Anthem of these United States. But if my teammate, sitting right next to me, were to kneel at the National Anthem, stay sitting down during the National Anthem, I'll put my other hand on his shoulder to show support of his protest. Because inequality has to stop. That's all there is to it. Like I said, how I see it is that I was ready to fight for their ability to protest, not to keep silence. So I support the ones that stand. I support the ones that kneel. We need to end racial inequality. We have to bring awareness to the White House of the racial inequality that still exists today. And using a platform, I commend them to using the platform. So, with all of that being said, this was the end of the 6th week of the fall 2017 semester, and those were my final thoughts. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Sometimes I make this life